wave. And it just all made sense to me. They need the
Mhm.
trauma in us and the low vibrational energy to break the waveform fabric of our auric field into particles, and then that way they can
To
consume it.
consume it.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
it's like breaking up food for a
Yeah.
reptile or something. It's weird. That's a weird analogy, but it's kind of true.
Yeah.
And then, I don't look at it like a victim thing anymore. I look at it like I can judo flip all this shit. And I look at that like all the darkness in my life, really, because all of it was blessings in disguise. No joke. I just had to like step into a victor kind of mindset, not a victim, and then learn how manifestation works, how energy out is energy back. And then when I
Mhm.
started doing that, they just fucking leveled me up. They leveled me up, and they still do. But they taught me how to fly out of body. They taught me how to literally transition into dimensions from a lower into a higher. That was insane. Taught me how to fly through walls, manipulate the astral matter. The most powerful technique of all, which then translates here extremely powerfully, is they taught me that I could no matter when, no matter where, I can always go inward with my mind, grab a high vibrational emotion, pull it into my heart center and feel into that emotional vibration and then slowly expand it out through my whole aura. And it literally repairs the waveform fabric of my auric field, raises my vibration, and it literally is like being sucked through a vacuum up into a higher dimension. So
Wow.
the only reason I learned that was because of this powerful demonic entity was attacking me in my room one day. Uh,
What does
he
that
was a
feel like? Like, is that just like you get anxiety and like, because I've had that before, where it's like I felt like this like weird black thing in my room
Oh,
was
you
giving me
mean when they're
anxiety
what you
when
mean
they're
what
attacking
is it
you.
what does it feel like when they're oh God. Uh well, if you're talking about when you're in your 3D body and your nervous system, you
Mhm.
do feel it as weird little kind of prickly sensations, but I'm not going to put any of that in your mind like right now. Like I feel like uh they definitely want you to be in a state of fear and
Yeah.
anxiety and your chakra system out of whack. And then also they don't want you to work through emotions because the emotions, if given a low frequency, will store away in your auric field as an anchor, which creates a hole
Mhm.
in your aura interdimensionally, where they can come in and take from. So it literally, when you create these holes and you throw shit out of whack, it your charge in your auric field is what I call it, but that's really what it is. It's like your fucking battery pack, a cloud of soul, of chi. It literally bleeds out.
Yeah.
And these entities, like a bottom feeder in the ocean, they latch on, and then they try their hardest to keep it going that way. So, but yeah, so no, when I started really getting out of my body into the astral, it became as real as here. At first, it was like I never really felt pain sensations. I couldn't hear well. Now
In
it's
the
all,
physical,
huh?
like in the physical, you couldn't feel.
No, when I'm talking about when I first started astral projecting, it was like
Okay.
kind of dim, like a dream. It was real
Yeah.
foggy and weird, and I didn't
Oh,
feel
I see.
things. And then the more I did the light body activations, the realer it got, and the realer it
Wow.
got, and I was just like, holy shit! Now to where I'm at the point like it's as real as here. I'm just
Yeah.
basically projecting my consciousness into this density, this octave right now, into this body computer, this it's called a coherent plasma body or
Avatar.
DNA
Yeah.
structure. Yeah, so we have another body for the
Yeah.
next dimension, and then the next one, and the next one. But their physics are slightly different, but the
Hmm.
energy is conducted the same way. That's the crazy
Yeah.
part. By a threefold principle, positive, negative, neutral, that's built into you because you're made in the image of God through your attention, your feeling, and your will. It's like how you conduct the Maya or the matter. We can manipulate waveforms and particles with our consciousness. In the third dimension, it's action takes delay and time. So, yes, I'm using my attention, my feeling, and
So,
my will to accomplish things here, but it just takes time to do it. Well, over there, it's instantaneous.
mm,
Instantaneous. The same
and
thing.
you can vibrate out of like an even higher density
Yeah.
body.
Yeah.
Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah, so that's another thing a lot of people don't understand. They like bash on the astral realm and the astral body, and I just feel like it's a stepping stone in between here and what's called the solar body or the causal plane. It's like supposed to be 5D, the fifth dimension. I've only experienced lucidly, consciously entering my solar body in what's called the 5D 3 to 5 times, but I only still remember 3 times.
So
It's all about the memory.
is
What's
that
that?
a body that we're gonna have with
Yeah.
this when the split happens?
So
Or
I
it's
used to think,
happening,
yeah, it is. I used to think that it was like, oh, we're just gonna burst out like a fucking butterfly, and then the physical body's gonna die away. But I seem to be experiencing all of it at the same time. Like I can literally just lift out of three, go into four, lift out of four, go into five, and I don't know what's beyond. Okay, but
but are
this is
you asleep when that's happening? Your physical
so
body?
that's the thing. You don't sleep anymore once you lift your energy
What
up, or it's called electrical capacitance. Once you start activating everything, getting everything into alignment, your torus will start sucking in more energy, which then is like a feedback loop, and you just keep lifting up. You start getting orgasmic chills through your body, and then you'll feel this like wave come over you. This is after the Kundalini awakening.
yeah.
And if you relax, calm the nervous system, and sit down in a meditative state, or just flat on your back and close your eyes, and just here comes that wave. You just feel into it, and then you'll shoot out, and you will shoot out wherever your soul is at frequency wise. So you can shoot
So
into the astral or higher. It's really
okay, so then your
crazy.
physical body doesn't experience the fifth dimension then.
No, it's just the minerals and the meat and the
So what do
sinew
they
and
talk
flesh.
about? So is that what they talk about when with the 5D? It's just that we're able to connect to the 5D within still being alive in the 3D, I guess.
Yes, you can basically what I've
Gotcha.
come to find, but I know what you mean. I used to be all like, what the
Right.
fuck do they mean by this? Like in the law of one says humans will ascend into fourth and fifth density. Then a lot of the shit online is kind of weird, especially with the solar flash stuff. It almost
Yeah.
is it's almost like doomy because it's like, what are we just gonna like die and then like birth into this thing? But what
Or
I'm
like two
experiencing,
separate experiences,
yes, what I'm
right?
experiencing right now is the real you has the ability to just nest into
Mm.
whatever body it wants. Like you have multiple, like a whole
So the
octave scale.
ability to be able to do that means you ascended in a sense.
Yes, I mean I can
Okay.
ascend every night. It's not like a one and
Right.
done though. You know what I
No,
mean?
no,
That's
no.
that's
Yeah.
what you're applying, I think, and that is what's confusing because of rainbow light body activation and all this shit, and of course Jesus sort of ascended. But I think that you can maintain a physical body while
Right.
having an astral body, while having a solar. You're like layered like an onion, and you just lift out. But when
Right.
our physical body, if it does die, if shit gets real like that, which it could, if there's a big enough solar flash and a pole shift and all this crazy shit, the the 3D could cease to exist. I mean, we could literally vibrate up to a higher octave. And if we've already done the work and started to fill
That
out
would make
the
sense.
blueprint of the
Yeah.
astral body, then we could easily just become it. You know what I mean? Just transition.
Yeah. And just have a new
Um,
body, a fifth dimensional body.
but right now I'm experiencing all three of them
Oh.
simultaneously. But in the beginning, they were very low. Not I don't want to say low quality. They weren't coded out yet because I didn't
Mm.
feed them any energy. See the prevailing energy of the cosmos, the plasma, the prana, the kundalini, the chill, the chi, the ki, whatever you want to call it. We can grab it and focus it into the dormant blueprint, and that's what I did. And once you grab the charge and start compressing it into this light body blueprint, that's when the magic happens. They literally, the chakras take it on, and then they start to write themselves out. It's like etheric DNA, they call it basically, but it's true. The more I focused on them and felt into them, the more energy went into them, the more charged up they got, the more tangible they became. I didn't feel jack shit at first, and then all of a sudden, my light body now is as tangible as my physical body. I can just like flex chakras. I can feel electrical discharges move through my body. I can feel pressure. I feel a ball of electrical energy move down the center of my body every day, and I push it down into my root. And then when it converts, it goes zzz, 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 flares over to my spinal cord, and then converts into orgasmic discharge, and then goes like this and flows out. But if I'm not checking my thoughts and my feelings, which are projecting the energy flow through a chakra scale, it's like you're playing an instrument all day. With you're compressing charge and then focusing it through chakras, basically all
It
day
sounds
with your.
exhausting. Yeah.
Oh, we're
A
subconscious
little
for the
bit.
most part of the energy
That's
flow.
true.
We're just like thinking and
Right.
feeling things, but like a
Right.
kind of like a dumbass, we're getting like parasited. We're
Mm-hmm.
pushing it all out of whack, putting it into the phone, which is pushing it all up into the third eye, and then particling it out, not putting our
Mm.
feelings into any of it, which is what creates the actual feedback loop, which neutralizes your energy flow. When you put your thoughts and your feelings into one, it literally fucking grounds you into the now. I used to think that saying, be in the now, oh, you got to be in the now. I used to think it was like some corny ass like spiritual trigger word or whatever, but no, that's a real like electrical state of being. When you perfectly put the thoughts and the feelings into coherence, it's called heart mind coherence. You will literally feel like you're in the now.
Like when
And
you're understanding your emotions connecting to the thoughts that you're having.
yes, so what I try to
Okay.
do, once again, it was the dark that made me learn this because being more analytical, ruled by Mercury with the Virgo shit, like I would get thought loops
Um,
that would just not
you're Virgo
fucking go
rising?
away. No, I'm a Virgo sun.
Okay.
I'm Scorpio rising
Okay, makes
and
sense.
Aquarius moon.
Oh, cool.
Um,
Nice.
my fucking laptop.